My name's Scott Whitehead and I'm currently studying Business Management and Marketing at Leeds Beckett University. Today I'm going to be talking about the high street retailer Zara. Firstly, I'll be talking about the market orientation of Zara, so who they target and how Zara is one of the biggest fashion retailers of today. But first we need to know the textbook definition of marketing, which is the management and process of anticipating, identifying and satisfying customer requirements profitably. It's published by Richardson, James and Kelly from the Chartered Institute of Marketing. It is important to note that through successful marketing, you have to put the customer first. This is called market orientation. Zara have recently reported pre-tax profits of 2.89 billion in 2015 and has opened another 330 stores last year to bring the total to just over 7,000 worldwide. This is all through successful marketing and satisfying customer needs. Zara opened their first store in the city of Spanish Town in 1975. Zara stores have many men's clothing and women's clothing, as well as children's clothing. Zara's products are supplied based on customer trends. Its highly responsive supply chain ships new products to stores twice a week. After products are designed, they take 10 to 15 days to reach the stores. Zara produces over 450 million items per year and now runs 7,000 shops in 88 different countries. But what you have to understand with Zara is that rather than being innovative with their designs, they simply copy big name designers such as Balmain or Alexander McQueen. Store managers communicate customer feedback on what shoppers like, what they dislike and what they're looking for. That data is instantly funneled back to Zara's designers who alter the designs into their next line of clothing. The clothes are shipped back and the stock changes so quickly that the shoppers are motivated with a now or never choice every time they try on a top or jeans that they won't be in store in a few weeks. This strategy allows Zara to sell more items at a full price because of the sense of scarcity and exclusiveness the company exudes. Zara's total cost is minimised because merchandise that is marked down is reduced dramatically as compared to competitors. It's known as fast fashion and it's simply yet hugely effective way of marketing, which is why Zara is one of the biggest high street names today. During this presentation, I will also be talking about the micro and macroeconomic affecting Zara. Macroeconomics is the major external and uncontrollable factors that influence an organisation's decision making and affect its performance and strategies. These factors include the economic factors, demographics, legal, political and social conditions, technological change and natural forces. Now we've looked at the theory, being macroeconomic, let's look at it in context with Zara. For instance, social conditions could play a huge and detrimental impact on Zara's sales and profits. After the worldwide recession in 2008, a knock-on consequence was that many people became unemployed because of their businesses going under. With many people out of work, this means they have less disposable income to spend on luxury goods or goods that aren't necessary, such as Zara's products. This could cause Zara's sales to slump and the sales revenue to fall. It's reported store sales fell in the 6 months to the end of July 2009, and the profits were down 3% from 723 million in the first half of 2008 to 702 million in 2009. However, in the first 3 months of 2010, Zara made a net profit of 249 million, a huge jump up from 152 million for the same quarter of 2009, showing profits began to rise again shortly after the recession. Another macroeconomic example would be if Spain experienced a depreciation in the euro. If the value of the euro fell, it would mean imports become more expensive and exports become relatively cheaper compared to other currencies. This could be both good and bad for Zara, as if imports become more expensive from China, which is one of the places to manufacture their goods, then the cost of materials will rise, causing profit margins per product to decrease, thus generating less profit for Zara. However, on the other hand, if the euro's strength dropped, it would mean exports become cheaper and in essence more competitive, as the price will fall, making more people willing and able to purchase Zara's goods and sales to rise. However, this being said, Zara operates in 88 different countries and essentially it's like sliding doors, meaning if the euro becomes weaker and sales soar in Spain, sales may decline in UK stores as it's relatively more expensive. Now I'm going to talk about the macroeconomic factors of Zara. Microeconomics is factors or elements in an organisation's immediate area of operations that affect its performance and decision-making freedom. These factors include competitors, customers, distribution channels, suppliers, and the general public. In essence, microeconomics focuses on supply and demand and other forces that determine the price level seen in the economy. Within the microeconomic environment, it is important to conduct stakeholder analysis. Stakeholder analysis is used to identify which stakeholders or people that are influenced in the business that are affected when a business makes a decision. It shows how they are affected and if there are any consequences due to the decision made. One of Zara's main stakeholders are the suppliers, who are based around the world in China, Turkey and Spain. As stated on Indici's website, the owners of Zara, 60% of the manufacturing is produced in proximity near the headquarters in Spain, so they have flexibility that extends to suppliers and manufacturers. Zara also keeps a significant amount of its production in the factories and makes sure that its own factories reserve 85% of the capacity for in-season adjustments. In-house production allows the organisation to be flexible in the movement, frequency and variety of new products to be launched, thus being able to keep us up to date with latest fashions and trends. On 9th December 2015, the environmental sustainability policy was approved by the board of directors, and Zara's sustainability strategy incorporated 3 major strategic initiatives, which consist of water management, energy and greenhouse gas emission management, and biodiversity protection. For 2020, Inditex has an objective to reduce the energy used for each product placed on the market by 15%, and to decrease the use of energy in stores by 10% for each product placed on the market. However, on the other hand, Zara has been in the headlines for the wrong reasons recently. In October 2016, Panorama investigated factories in Turkey and found adult refugees who were also working illegally on Zara jeans. The investigation also found Syrian refugees working 12-hour days in a factory that was distressing jeans for Zara. The refugees were involved in spraying hazardous chemicals to bleach the jeans, but most workers did not even have the basic face mask, breaching the basic health and safety laws. This shows that Zara has obviously lost control in terms of supply chain and not considered all the stakeholder views, in this case the employees. The press has recently put Zara in the light for the wrong reasons, for being unethical and a clear example of stakeholder analysis failing. The launch of Zara's sustainable clothing collection, Join Life, reflects a wider movement in the fashion industry, as brands seek to meet the preferences of an increasingly environmentally aware consumer base. The materials used in the collection are all environmentally friendly, such as organic cotton and recycled wool. The Autumn-Winter 2016 collection means young women can continue to opt for the fashionable option while making an ethical choice. Its target market is towards young, affluent women due to the recent study suggesting over 1 in 5 of women aged 16 to 24 have bought clothing from Zara in the last 12 months. 11% of young women already opt for sustainable clothing, so retailer Zara could no longer ignore its own environmental impact. Zara also used the hashtag #JoinLife, encouraging the brand shopper base to post about their own ethical choices that use social media to increase customer empowerment and making the brand stronger. To conclude, Zara is most definitely marketing oriented through the use of customers' voice of opinion to create the next line of clothes. They also consider the micro and macroeconomic environment when making decisions in the company. Thank you for listening, and here is a list of references I've used.